trust and wills. And Mr. Michael Crockett has joined the broadcast this afternoon with a special guest this afternoon. I think we got Pastor Mose Jones in the house with us. Mr. Michael Crockett, are you there?
Yes, sir. How you doing today?
Absolutely fantastic. Or shall I say, like you say, drop dead gorgeous.
I'm smithereens clean from my head to the floor, man. Thumbing through the blessings, learning every lesson, man. You did?
I didn't get that part yet, but I'll
Yeah.
do the drop dead gorgeous part.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you,
That's how God made you. I promise he did.
he did. He did an excellent job. He said, we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and we're trying to do his will right here in Houston, in the surrounding areas. And there's so many pastors that are connecting with us. In fact, we've got one on the line with us this afternoon. Pastor Mose Jones is a longtime
Yeah.
partner of this radio station. He was on the air with us so many years. And I want to say this, Pastor Mose Jones, we miss you, Mom. We miss you.
Yeah.
Oh, as well. Your preaching has been such a blessing to so many people. You'll be in heaven, I'll be in heaven, and all of us who are going to heaven will be seeing you get your crown, my brother, because you have helped us so much with your word and what the Lord has given you over the years. And we just want to say thank you for all the great work that you do. And you were awarded by Crockett and Sons a will and a trust as a gift.
Yes, yes, sir.
And how did that all transpire, Mr. Crockett?
It was a beautiful thing, man. We were at the convention and we said that we needed to award the person who's been in ministry for the longest time, dedicated their life to delivering the word on behalf of the Lord to the community for the longest time. And every pastor stood up and said, Pastor Mo.
Yes, right. They were right. They were right. How many years?
43 years.
43 years of preaching the gospel. You must have started as a teenager.
I wasn't quite a teenager. I was like 24, 25, somewhere in that area.
I got you. Well, it's truly an honor, man. And I'm glad you got a chance to was gifted a trust and a will. Now, tell other pastors, what is the process for a person when they get a trust and will through Crockett and Sons and through CNS Cares? What's the process that you just went through?
Well, let me tell you, I went in to the office and they took my information, and in about an hour, we were done. I walked out there with a binder full of paperwork with everything that I feel like I need in the event that something happens to me, which is very important.
Yes, sir. It is. It is very important. In fact, we want to stress to all of our listeners, final expense planning is not morbid. It's not something that you're wishing on yourself. We're not going to be here that long. We getting ready to get up out of here.
That's right. And we must make preparation. And I know people don't like to talk about it, but you must make preparation. And you know, we have had to bury some people in our church because they didn't have family or they didn't have insurance. We wound up carrying the bill. And of course, it's too expensive for us to do that time.
Yes, sir. No question about it. It's always too expensive. And consider this, ladies and gentlemen, a warning for you to make this phone call and call Mr. Michael Crockett. He'll get you on the road of doing some final expense planning and get that will in place, get that trust. Mr. Crockett, tell us how important that trust in the will is.
Well, the trust, the will is a beautiful piece of literature. It's a list of your wishes, right? But it also has to go through probate. So if you want your will not to go through probate, you need to put it inside of a trust. It's called a probate protection trust. What happens is it makes sure that your wishes and your wishes alone are the only thing that goes on with your assets that you've amassed over time, right? Because you can work your whole life for everything that you have. Now, once you go see God, you want to make sure that it gets distributed the way you see fit. And the best way to do that is to put it inside of a trust.
That's right. That is so true. How can people reach
I'd
out?
like to ask Pastor a question,
Yes, sir.
if I could.
Yes, sir.
What is it that you learned throughout the experience when you were here getting your will and trust? What was the most important thing, that the token that you walked away with, to say you were glad that you got it?
Let me tell you, first of all, I had a better understanding of will and a trust and the difference. And it really made me feel good, because in that trust, you can put your desires in there, and you don't have to worry about it being contested by anybody. Everybody, and I'm going to be promoting this. Everybody needs to have a will or a trust, and a trust we're going to get inside, because that protects us and the things that we have.
So important. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to call this telephone number. Mr. Crockett has a whole staff of people working with him at this number. What is the telephone number that people can call Mr. Crockett?
281-576-9119. Again, 576-9119.
That's an important number to remember. And if you need it, you can always call me here at the radio station. It's truly a blessing to have Pastor Mose Jones rolling with us this afternoon. We appreciate your wonderful knowledge and wisdom that you have passed on to all of our listeners. And we will be at your church sometime very, very soon. Actually, we'll be at both of your churches on the south side and the north side.
Yes, yeah. We're looking at doing it in August. The third Sunday in August, we'll be in the building.
Okay, we'll be there third Sunday in August at both locations.
Yes, sir.
In one day, we're gonna cover the
In
whole.
one day, we rolling with the pastor. When he move, we move just like that.
That's beautiful, wonderful. Who you shouting out to, Pastor Mose Jones?
The members of the Greater Hope Missionary Baptist Church and the Bethlehem Missionary Baptist Church.
Wonderful, both on the north side and the south side. And Mr. Michael Crockett, who are you shouting out to?
Man, I'm shouting out to all our C supporters. We want to thank you for being a C supporter, and any of you guys that want to connect with our movement, give us a call. Because what we want to do is make sure that you have opportunity to keep the legacy intact.
That is true. And when you see the C,
you know it's me, baby.
That is great. Thank you very much there, Pastor Jones and Mr. Mark Crockett, rolling with us this afternoon. 281-576-9119 is the telephone number. Make sure you give them a call very, very soon. Gentlemen, God bless y'all. Have a wonderful, thankful Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Yes, sir.